Shri Sai Satcharita Chapter-22, part-2. All who were present there were curious to know the meaning of all these and its reference to miracle, but none had the courage to ask Baba about this. Then Bala Sahib saluted Baba and left the masjid with Shama. Baba called Shama back and asked him to accompany Bala Sahib and enjoy the Chitali trip. Shama came to Bala Sahib and told him that he would go with him according to Baba's wish. Bala Sahib replied that he need not come as it would be inconvenient. Shama returned to Baba and told him what Bala Sahib said to him. Baba said, "All right, do not go. We should mean well and do well. Whatever is destined to happen will happen." In the meanwhile, Bala Sahib thought it over what Baba had said again and calling Shama, asked him to accompany him. Then Shama went again to Baba and after taking his leave started with Bala Sahib in the Tonga. They reached Chitali at 9 p.m. and encamped in the Maruti temple. The office people had not come, so they sat in the temple talking and chit-chatting. Bala Sahib was sitting on a mat reading a newspaper. His uparni upar dhotar was spread across his waist and on it a snake was sitting unnoticed. It began to move with a hissing sound, which was heard by the peon. He brought a lantern, saw the snake and raised an alarm. "Serpent, serpent!" Bala Sahib was frightened and began to quiver. Shama was also stunned. Then he and others moved quietly and took sticks and clubs in their hands. The snake slowly came down the waist and moved away from Bala Sahib, and it was immediately done to death. Thus this calamity which was prophesied by Baba was averted and Bala Sahib's devotion in Baba was confirmed. Bapu Sahib Booty. A great astrologer named Nana Sahib Dengle told Bapu Sahib Booty, who was then in Shirdi, "Today is an auspicious day for you. There is danger to your life." This made Bapu Sahib restless. When they as usual came to Masjid, Baba said to Bapu Sahib, "What does this Nana say? He foretells death for you? Well, you need not be afraid. Tell him, let us see how death kills." Then later in the evening, Bapu Sahib went to his privy for easing himself, where he saw a snake. His servant saw it and lifted a stone to strike at it. Bapu Sahib asked him to get a big stick, but before the servant returned with the stick, the snake was seen moving away and soon disappeared. Bapu Sahib remembered Baba's words of fearlessness. Amir Shakar. Amir Shakar was a native of the village Korhale in Kopargaon Taluka. He belonged to the Bachar caste. He worked as a commission agent in Bandra, Mumbai and was well known there. He once suffered from rheumatism which gave him much pain. He then remembered Allah God, left his business and went to Shirdi and prayed to Baba to relieve him from his malady. Baba then stationed him in the Chawadi. The Chawadi was then a damp, unhealthy place unfit for such a patient. Any other place in the village or Korhel itself would have been better for Amir. But Baba's word was command, the chief medicine. Baba did not allow him to come to the masjid, but fixed him in the Chawadi every morning and evening. Every alternate day, Baba went to the Chawadi in a procession and slept there. So Amir got Baba's contact very often. Amir stayed there for full 9 months and then he got a disgust for the place. So one night he steadily left the place and came Kopargaon and stayed in a dharmshala. There he saw an old dying fakir who asked him for water. Amir brought it and gave it to him. As soon as he drank it, he passed away. Now Amir was in a fix. He thought that if he went and informed the authorities, he would be held responsible for the death, as he was the first and sole informant and knew something about it. He repented for his action, viz., leaving Shirdi without Baba's permission, and prayed to Baba. He then determined to return to Shirdi and same night he retreated. remembering and muttering Baba's name all the way and reached Shirdi before daybreak and become free from anxiety. Then he lived in the Chawadi in perfect accordance with Baba's wishes and orders and got himself cured. One night it so happened that Baba cried at midnight, "O Abdul, some devilish creature is dashing against the side of my bed." Abdul came with a lantern, examined Baba's bed but found nothing. Baba asked him to examine carefully all the place and begin to strike the ground with his satka. Seeing this Leela of Baba, Amir thought that Baba might have suspected some serpent there. Amir could know by close contact with Baba the meaning of his words and actions. Baba then saw near Amir's cushion something moving. He asked Abdul to bring in the light, and when he brought it, he saw the serpent coiled up there, moving its head up